Here we are, February 27th, 1478. The frost settles over the landscape as people, feed themselves and things of that nature. But a war is looming, perhaps unbeknownst or totally beknownst to the peoples of Europe, and especially Eastern Europe, because a war is about to break out between Pomerania and the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. The belligerents on both sides would also include Bohemia, Hungary, Muscovy, as well as Sweden and Lüneburg. The resulting conflict would stain the snows and later the summer fields. But time will tell how this war turns out. All we know now is that it is happening. Greetings, fellow conquerors, this is darkfireslide, and welcome to the Pirates of Pomerania here in EU4, where we are currently looking to invade Poland. And just look at that. You saw it. Look at this gorgeous snowy landscape. This is beautiful, man. It's a shame you can't really play the game in this, style, like with any level of practicality. Now there's a challenge run, right? Like there's a challenge run. Only play EU4 in this mode. That would be crazy, like, to try that. I may have to try that at some point, because that does sound interesting. Now, we've waited a little bit between the last episode and this one, especially because we wanted to discuss what we wanted the future of the Pirates of Pomerania to be, and the votes were pretty unanimous in the comment section. You guys wanted to become a noble republic, and so we're going to be taking aristocratic ideas first, since we are ahead on military ideas, and since our current leader and the leader after him are both strong military leaders, we naturally want a military idea group to capitalize on that. And that's something you should think about when you're playing. When you're taking idea groups, there are certain idea groups which would be quote unquote ideal to take first. However, if you have a leader who is going to live for a while, like O to the third here, then it may behoove you to take an idea group that you actually have points for. Because if we, for example, took a diplomatic idea group right now, we only have a +1 to our diplomacy from our ruler, which means that it would be very difficult to fill out the group while also keeping up on tech, which is obviously important. So we're going to take aristocratic ideas first, and the reason we're taking aristocratic ideas is because we need that to adopt the aristocratic administration, which allows us to become a noble republic, which is quite awesome indeed, mostly because we start out with 10% morale of armies. We also get tolerance of heretics +1, which is always nice. Not that it's going to be relevant until the Reformation, of course, but we'll get there when we get there. We've also decided to stay as Pomerania. Almost everyone unanimously, not quite unanimously, but most people in the comments are like, nah, we should stay as Pomerania because everything else has been done to death at this point, and I couldn't agree more. But anyway, we are looking to start this war with Poland. However, we need to defeat these Teutonic rebels first, and then we can start the war in earnest. Now that being said, waiting a little bit will also give our allies time to recuperate. We looked in the last episode, and most of their manpower pools were pretty depleted. So, one thing we're going to wait here, this is kind of like a tactical thing, if you will. We're going to wait until these rebels spawn, and then we're going to pick up Tech 7. And the reason for this is I want to test something that I'm not exactly sure on, but that I have a hunch about. And that is that, well, first of all, we should move our troops into Königsberg. Königsberg, like, however you pronounce the O with an umlaut. I knew how to do it. I took German as like one of my, or as my foreign language class in university, but suffice it to say, my pronunciation has not survived well since the classes have ended. Let's see, we could pick up a military advisor, but bigger force limit doesn't really help us because we don't have the money to really afford more troops. So that's not really an option for us. We're also not done coring anything yet. Noble family requests aid. Pay all the ducats ever or lose admin power. Well, we're already kind of behind on admin power, so we're going to pay the ducats. It's not something I do lighthearted, easily, but it is something I do nonetheless. Now, one unfortunate risk is that by waiting here, Hungary has gotten into a war, and that means he may not be available for the war with Poland. For the time being, he is. Though, yeah, it's a pretty one-sided war. It looks like Aragon and France and Austria are all ganging up on Castile. Let's see. Castile is at war with Austria, Aragon, the Papal State, Hungary, Provence, and Genoa. Yeah, that's a pretty one-sided war. And he's also at war with Switzerland and the mighty Ulm. Crazy times, crazy times. Still, that could be a detriment to our war effort here, and obviously we would like to have Hungary in the war. And you know, is there another ally that we could get? Like, can I snipe an Auto Blob alliance? Doesn't look like it. They don't want anything to do with a bunch of pirates, even though it seems a little bit hypocritical of you. Ottomans. Let's see, who else hates Poland? Right? Like, that's the question. I think we're friends with everyone who hates Poland, so that's not really an option for us here. Now, if these Teutonic separatists would just fire, this would make our lives a lot easier. Although it looks like everyone except in Marienburg is, like, rebelling, so we no longer accept Saxon culture. Well, that's unfortunate, but they are in our culture group, so not exactly a big deal. You know, while we're waiting here, I just want to say, I recently reinstalled Civilization 4 because it was on sale on Steam for like $7, like the whole like complete edition, and I decided to pick it up. And wow, like Civ has changed a lot over the years. And now I played Civ 4 when it came out. Oh hey, Poland rivaled us. And Austria, hey look, Austria's like actually expanding for once. Like they never do this in the later patches, I swear. And oh my goodness, Castile, you fool. I wonder if Aragon's going to get any of that land. Unless he peaced out already. No, he didn't. I don't know why Castile's not giving in land, but okay. Or Austria, rather. I guess Austria's just a jerk. It's Spanish. I'm Spanish, right? I'm Austria. I'm Spanish. Anyway. So I was playing Civilization 4, and wow, that game is actually like a lot harder to understand than Civilization 5. I haven't played it enough to like really understand though whether or not it's because the game is deeper than Civilization 5, or if it's just because the UI is really obtuse and the tooltips suck. And that's honestly one of the biggest things when I go back to older games that I look at is just like, how are the tooltips in this game? Because that is often a big concern. See, the Hansa would actually accept an alliance with us, and that's a good thing because they're also allied with Sweden, so we'd kind of be having like a double whammy here. He's fighting against Cologne. Let's see, and it looks like Oldenburg has initiated the war against Cologne, and it looks like he's winning. I'm not sure how. I'm not going to question it, but now somebody was suggesting that we ally Denmark, and you know, that's actually not a terrible idea. Denmark only has 12,000 troops. Oh, we do have a problem with that, though, and that's that we already have the maximum relationships that we need. So I would be willing to pick up a temporary alliance for the war, and that would be an additional 12,000 troops. Why is Muscovy just taking attrition? Why are you like this? Who hurt you? Muscovy, please. Okay, well. You still have manpower, Muscovy? You still got... Oh, whatever. You know, no problem. We have like 12,000 manpower. It's no big deal. We just take attrition. You know. I wish I could see how much. I want to see how much attrition it is. See, well, they're taking 1%. How about in this province? I can't see how much attrition they're taking. Well, that just sucks. Want to know, like, how many of your own troops are you just letting die for no reason, Muscovy? Okay, well, these rebels are being absolutely like stubborn all of a sudden. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and pick up Tech 7 anyway. And then we're going to pick up, as soon as it's available, the first aristocratic idea, get those noble knights. And soon, with 3 ideas, we'll be able to pick up Legacy of Pirates as well, which is pretty fun. Kind of like the whole, that was like the whole inspiration for the campaign, is that we have like a legacy of that, which is just kind of funny. Looks like Castile was out of the war with the big war, so to speak. Let's see, in the French Comte. Wait, what? Wait, what? Hold on, hold on. French Comte is owned by Bohemia. No one controls French Comte. Well, Bohemia's not even in the war. So how are you going to control the province if you can't, if the province isn't even in the war? What is this? What is this war? What are you fighting about? Whatever. It's fine. It's not my problem. Just gonna let it go. See, Goldingen is now considered part of our patrimony. We're finally done coring. You know, it shows really how aggressive I've been playing, that, like, we're not even done coring provinces, and I'm already like, yeah, let's get into another war. What's the big... But anyway, yeah, older games. So, the UI in older games is often extremely obtuse, and one of the things that made it really, really easy for me to learn EU4 is the fact that anytime you mouse over something in this game, there's just this massive list of information that tells you everything you ever needed or wanted to know about what you're doing. Let's see, these guys have a 3-1, we have a 2-3. I think we got this. It's gonna hurt, it always does, but we got this, it's fine. Not, the Teutons, of course, don't want to help. Like, wow, why would I attack them? Those rebels are friendly to me. Let's see. We are not at our naval force limit, though, and that's a problem because we could actually get a lot more. We're going to build 3 trade ships. Let's see. We also, it's time to get the value cannon, the discount cannon, the bargain bin cannon. So many different names for this cannon that we all buy. Just the singular cannon to get that siege pip during early wars. And now we're in a good place, though, because we are going to pick up noble knights, which is just kind of going along with this idea of, like, the noble republic. And, you know, now we have, like, noble pirate cavalry, of course, because pirates are nothing if not noble. The idea of, like, you know, honor among thieves and all that. We have unrest in Colm. Oh no. So many upset people. How is it looking in Goldingen? It looks like we can stop a rebellion in Goldingen if we just go. Now, one fun thing I did in my British campaign is I did kind of a test to see, like, okay, so we know that, like, late game cannons are, like, necessary in this game, but how are, like, early game cannons? And we found out that, like, what you can do is, while it won't win you battles on its own, it will give you an advantage by letting you do a lot of damage during the fire phase, if you have a artillery advantage over your opponent, which makes sense, obviously, but it was more effective than anticipated, given that starting out, cannons don't have that great of pips, basically. Speaking of which, yeah, I think large cast bronze mortar is what we want. We could actually afford another artillery piece. However, to get another siege pip bonus, which is kind of what we would want, we would need another 3, and I'm not really about that life, so I think I am going to hire another 2 cavalry regiments, though. And we have some more piracy to do, to conduct. See, I think Novgorod was where it was the most effective. Yeah. So we're going to send all of our trade ships to Novgorod here. Alright, sorry for the recording pause there. I had to blow my nose. The allergies are like real today. I woke up this morning and you ever, wake up and you have like a sneezing fit where you just like cannot stop sneezing no matter what you do? That's what happened to me today. It was not a great feeling, but okay, so now for some reason, attacking Poland would destabilize Hungary, and I can only assume that this is because they have military access through them. Why do you have military access through Hungary? It doesn't make sense. This is one of those things where if I wasn't doing a recording, I would actually save the game and declare the war, because it's possible that, we would be able to just get them to cancel that by attacking. Now, we're in a convenient situation now, because the Livonian Order has allied Poland, and that's basically going to make it super easy to either A, take a bunch of Polish land, or B, just take a bunch of Livonian land, or separate Lithuania from Poland. So I think that's a much easier war than what we were previously shooting for, which is this massive war, especially now that Hungary isn't really keen on it for some reason. Well, I know exactly why he's not keen on it. It's because Hungary has gotten military access through Poland, even though he doesn't need it, which obviously is silly. We have a crazy 4-province Ragusa, Ragusa gone wild and all that. They are not guaranteed by the Ottomans in this patch, which is what makes that especially humorous. Okay, so we're going to fabricate a claim on the Livonian Order. Like, I really want to declare this massive war, and maybe I should have back then, even though we had rebels about to fire. On the other hand, I'm kind of glad we got a chance to, like, recuperate a little bit, and I think it'll be a much easier war against just the Livonians and Poland. There is a possibility we could completely break up the Polish-Lithuanian union here. However, this could also cause problems in the sense that they usually just ally each other anyway. So I don't know. We'll find out. But first, we got to fabricate this claim. All right, we have these 2 cavalry regiments, and we've actually got a not insignificant number of troops at 16,000. Look at those Pomeranian cavalry in their white and red. It's important to, as a pirate, you got to let people know when you're coming. It's how it works. And we're making a good chunk of ducats from trade for sure. We can pick up the next admin tech, which is good. We want this to happen. We can now build a workshop, and the next admin tech we'll be able to will allow us to get another idea group. All right, now we can pass the the De Heretico Comburendo Act. Alright, we're gonna burn people at the stake for owning a Bible, and that'll bring up reform desire. Let's do it. National tax modifier goes up, though. I don't know why burning books makes taxes go up, but okay. Alright, the Livonians no longer consider us a rival. It's possible we've eclipsed them. Their only rival is Denmark. Alright. Ooh, the Scottish conquest of Orkney. Oh, Scotland's taking Orkney back. Are we gonna see Scottish Norway? Oh, I wonder. I'm excited. I want to see it. That would be beautiful. If only that would cause Sweden to not join in. Oh, that would be beautiful. Well, it looks like we could declare the big war still. Sweden would be occupied fighting what little troops Denmark and Norway have. But we'd also be fighting. So let's get like a head count of like all the troops, right? So Bohemia has 30,000. He could field like another 10. His manpower is not great. Hungary has 23,000. His manpower is not great. Muscovy has 24,000, it looks like. He has 30,000. with a force limit of 34. Sweden has 20,000 with a force limit of 20,000. His manpower is not fantastic. Lithuania has 27,000. Poland has 29,000 with no manpower, which is interesting. He has only one merc stack. Why do you have no manpower? Have you just been fighting like rebels, Poland? Is that what's going on? I don't know. So the thing is, if we attacked the Livonian Order, oh man, we'd be able to get so much more from this. And so anyway, Poland and Lithuania have a crap ton of troops, is basically the point I'm trying to make with this. And even though they are a tech behind, well, Poland is a tech behind us, it would still be a pretty hard war. It would be a very, very hard war, especially with Sweden coming in with his ridiculous, you know, uber infantry. The Livonians only have 6,000 troops, so that's not a big deal. Lüneburg only has 7,000 troops, so that's 13,000 just on those two. So 33,000 if you count Sweden. With Lithuania, we have, let's see. so we have 33 with Sweden, so that's it's 60 with Lithuania, and then with Poland, that's 90,000 troops potentially. So Muscovy has 30,000. Hungary has, where are you, Hungary? See, Hungary has 23,000, so that's 53. We have 16, so that's 69. And Bohemia, currently, we'll do currently, so that would be 99. So we would have a numerical advantage if we were to fight this war against Poland. And we're not including Moldavia. Moldavia is actually like another 8,000. So honestly, numerically, if all sides are engaged, we are about equal. And that's not really something I like to hear when I fight wars. I don't really like for it ever to be like, oh, well, this is a pretty even fight. Also, Serbia is invading Albania from Venice. So, the Balkans. What a fun place. Alright, so this really is like a really, really tough decision to make. Because if we attack Poland directly, we can do a lot more with the peace deal. So I think what we have to do is we have to conduct this war in a very, very specific way. And the way that we're going to do that is basically, we're going to attack Poland, after all. And we're going to try to take forts as quickly as possible, while obviously still helping our allies at times. But the most important goal of this war is just going to be to besiege as many provinces as humanly possible from Poland, make their war exhaustion get really, really high. Ooh, so to say, oh, we might be able to get something good from the Pope here, but it doesn't look like it. Alright. Well, so anyway, yes, if we invade Poland quickly enough, there is a possibility that we could, you know, get this war, and the Bible's been printed, and we get 25 prestige from that. That's pretty good. Poland's prestige is 39, Bohemia is 12. Poland has a lot of prestige for a nation that's been losing wars. I guess they've been fighting a lot of battles or something. Okay, well, you know, let's do this. This isn't going to be a pretty war by any stretch of the imagination, but we are going to fight it anyway, and we're going to see what happens. Especially because the Teutons have 2 cores. Yeah, they have 2 cores, which we will probably end up giving to them. But let's do it. There's nothing left to be said at this point. Let us declare war in June 8th of 1482. Not quite as quick as we would have liked, but we're declaring it anyway. Let's do it. All right, Poland. Alright, so as you can see, the battlefield is pretty big here. Everyone else is busy readying their troops, of course. It looks like the Lithuanians want to fight. We do have a defensive advantage. We do have a... our generals are about equal. I do believe we have a tactics advantage over the Lithuanians. So I feel confident about this fight, even if I shouldn't. I guess we'll see if that's founded in reality. If we have to retreat, we have to retreat. Oh, he was heading to a different province. He doesn't want to fight us. Okay, good. Because we have a tactics advantage, and I will mess you up, Lithuania. Don't mess with me. Oh boy, status quo. My favorite siege message. Now, thankfully, these two forts we've conquered from the Teutons are going to be exceptionally useful to us in stopping them from, like, carpet sieging our land. And for the time being, because Sweden is occupied in Denmark and Norway, we may not see anything of his troops, and we may be able to get away with murder here, so to speak. Look at this glorious 39 stack. Beautiful stuff. Looks like Muscovy is already getting to work besieging eastern Lithuania, and as we can see, there's a really big stack of troops moving around over here. We'll see what they do. They may need our help. See, it looks like a Hungarian stack is losing to a combination of Luneburgian, Moldavian, and Polish troops, while a Lithuanian stack is getting defeated by the Bohemians. Let's see, can we get there in time? Ooh, that's going to be risky, but we have to. We have to help. Ooh, don't break. They broke. Okay, okay, well, there was all that siege progress. Oh, they didn't break. The enemy broke. Are we going to get there in time? 21st of October. Ooh. Okay, we made it. Oh, that reinforcement. Is it going to be enough to win the battle? It is. We're going to win the battle. What a good battle to win. Look at these Polish words, man. Like, I would say Lezhaya, like, but that would be like more Russian than anything else, and I admit that that's a horrible pronunciation of that word. But we got 2 war score out of that. Bunch of army tradition and prestige, of course. We didn't lose that many troops. Our allies did, however, proving that this is indeed a difficult war. But we do own the war goal now, which is good, and it may behoove us to get a couple of mercenaries. So we'll be thinking about that. It looks like Muscovy's siege of Polotsk was going well, and now he's abandoned his siege for some reason. Fair enough. Kick the speed back up a little bit for now until we get into a little bit more conflicts. Looks like, I think the Muscovites were moving because they were going to re-engage these Lithuanian stacks, but it looks like the Muscovites were able to squeeze a victory here. Let's see, what's their general like? They only have a 1-2. He's not great. I know that Muscovites actually tend to get really good generals early on, either due to events or they just start with one. But we do have a wall breach in this province. Why am I not looking at the siege? There we go. I was about to say, where's the siege at? Where am I siege at? Alright, water shortage, very good. If we can take Plock, that is basically a guarantee that we're going to get at least a couple provinces out of this war. Honestly, the way that the battles are going, I don't expect that we're going to be able to get everything we want out of this war and get like a crazy massive peace deal where we just like obliterate Poland. I think we're just going to be like continue chipping away at them as we have been. But winning this 35% siege is going to be really, really important. However, it looks like an army is coming to break the siege. We do have an 18 stack of Bohemians that may defend us, but it looks like they're going to foolishly jump into this province, so maybe they're just buying us time. I doubt that the AI is actually intentionally doing that, but we'll say that's what they're doing. They're buying us time, so we can win this siege, and now we can move in to help the Bohemians. Especially, look at how this 13 stack is holding. Look at this. Look at these Bohemians. It's beautiful, man. It's beautiful. Wow. We're gonna move in. We're gonna save the day with our pirate crew. The second army. You know what? We're gonna rename this army. This is not Second Army. This is going to be in honor of the Great General. This is going to be Mierka's Raiders. Oh, hold on. Raiders with an S. I think that's an appropriate name for an army. And now we're going to see them get to work here. And we're going to go ahead and win this battle from the Polish. The fact that Sweden was tied up fighting Denmark provided us, I think, a perfect opportunity here. Ooh. Yeah, that's another 2 war score. Awesome. Now, we can get quite a lot of war score in this war just by kind of defending the war goal. And now that we have Plock, it's going to be especially easy to do that. Look at these Bohemians, man. They fighting like champs. Absolute champs. Austria has rivaled us. That's really funny. But just sitting there with, you know, misty eyes at looking at France. Someday we'll be allies, I promise. My sweet, sweet love, my France. Let's see. It doesn't look like Muscovy is really doing anything anymore in this war. He looks like he's just trying to defend his own provinces, which, fair enough. It does mean we'll be able to get more land ourselves, of course. Now, this is a capital fort, so interestingly enough, if we wanted to, we could actually build more artillery for ourselves and actually siege this capital province down faster. But this war is going really, really well. We are going to get a lot of provinces. Ooh, that's a scary-looking 37 stack, though. However, the Hungarians, it doesn't show the full stack size for some reason, but the Hungarians and the Bohemians are helping us defend this siege. Now, this update is before the fort zone of control got, like, completely crazy and out of control. So, the casualties are really mounting up on both sides, of course. Again, we would love the feature from the newer versions where you can actually see how many people have died in the conflict, but I want Warsaw. Give me Warsaw. Oh, 28%. Yeah, that'll do. That'll do. Now, everyone's war enthusiasm is still pretty high. We can still get quite a lot of war score, 17 more war score from just holding the war goal. So we are going to try to strive for that, although the mounting casualties from the battles may make us not want to do that. But we're going to continue just sieging some provinces. See, 5 legitimacy or 5 prestige. 5 legitimacy, of course, because legitimacy is actually coming back quite fast for us, especially since we declared a war on Poland, and we're going to take a bunch of provinces as well, which is going to make life pretty easy. Got all that green. A lot of people have commented on how good of a green Pomerania actually is, and I couldn't agree more. I think it's a really, really good map color. Just feels right. Looks like we've got a big battle breaking out between the two sides here. We would like to. We're going to join in, not because I think this is a good fight to take, but because we don't have any siege progress yet, and we really want to win battles so we get more war score. This is an ugly fight. This is an ugly fight. I don't like this one bit. I think we're actually going to lose this. Ooh, ooh, yeah, we lost 3 war score down. Very unfortunate for us there. We lost quite a bit of manpower as well. Look at all those troops. Whew. The Swedish have arrived, and they're besieging things. Muscovy's almost taken a fort in Lithuania, though, which is pretty awesome. Yeah, way to go. We may just give him that province if we have enough war score. We're feeling a little bit down, admittedly. And I don't think that we can really, we are overstaying our welcome, I think. But that being said, I think we can get a little bit more war score out of this war. We just need to kind of consolidate our forces a little bit. kind of regroup a little bit here. Go take some more provinces back, and just keep holding the war goal. And the longer we do that, you know, the better off we'll be, obviously. You know, those Swedish troops, gross. Just gross. Some Swedish cavalry marching on by. Unfortunately, Bohemia is close to losing a province here. That is going to hurt our war score pretty considerably. But it is only a 23 stack, so we may be able to break the siege if the troops can get there in time. We are gonna join that battle. Let's see, they're gonna arrive on the 17th. We will arrive on the 20th. Okay, that's what we want. So the reason we want to arrive last in this battle is that the way the morale works, we really just want to look at these little tiny carpet siege stacks walking around. What are you guys doing? The reason we would like to arrive last in the battle is because our troops will have like fresh morale. Looks like we're locked in though, whereas theirs will not, obviously. And unfortunately, they are going to get the last join there. As you can see, the morale difference is quite high when they're the last ones to join. And this is really strange because you would think we'd be winning considering that we have like a 0.5 tactics advantage, but apparently the Polish have something that we are not aware of, and that's making us lose battles. That's another 3 war score lost, unfortunately. Another 8,000 manpower down the drain. Certainly feeling the strain of this war the longer it goes on here. Unfortunately, that is going to put them in a position where they have 35% of the siege. We may need to peace out of this war. We could get 3 provinces out of it without too much of a problem here. That'd be 30 development, which is not great. But it is something, right? Like, and that's what matters. So what I am going to do is try to siege this province. Oh, he's going to take that. Nope, he didn't take the province. Cool. That's good for us because what that means, we're not going to abandon the siege. And yeah, I'm actually kind of stunned that Bohemia, well, yeah, Bohemia and Hungary's troops are just kind of getting thrashed here, which is really, really strange to see. I don't really know why this is happening, but we've done our fair share, I think it's safe to say. Now the Teutons have a core on this province here, and we're gonna transfer it to them. And now the question becomes, can we actually get all these provinces out of it? That this will lower our aggressive expansion considerably, which is good because we're probably going to need to expand a little bit more into smaller countries before we can take on Poland, Lithuania again, because they are getting quite powerful, as we're seeing here. So we're going to peace out right now. This isn't the war that we wanted, but it is a victory, and that's what's important to understand about this war here. And this is why I was hesitant to go into this war. Through our own craftiness and cunning, we've been able to get what we've gotten. And pretty much everyone is happy with this peace deal, given that it's only at 20% or 29%. And we're gonna be happy with that, with 36 ducats. We're gonna get 2 provinces. The Teutons are gonna get a core back, which basically means there's not gonna be any rebels. We're just gonna get like it's an okay peace deal, given that we were fighting the superpower of this area. And that's the thing we got to remember when we're doing this. Well, first of all, Poland loses 29 power projection. We all get like we all spread this between us and get like 3.6 each, which is pretty funny. That's going to be a province back in Teutonic hands, and Pomerania now looking bigger on the map, now mattering more, and of course we are now at 150 development. And I think that we definitely are in line to attack another HRE province, and potentially we'll just attack Mecklenburg, take this one province, and remember that growth is like a gradual process, basically. Alright, regrettably, we've lost conquest against Poland, but this episode has gone on for quite a while, and, you know, let me know what you think of this war in the comments. Do you think I could have kept going? Do you think this, you know, would have been, like, a more winnable thing? Or do you think I did the right thing piecing out when I did, kind of just sniping these 3 provinces from Poland, getting about 30 development from them, and then just calling it quits? Because the thing is, we can't actually see Lithuania's liberty desire. And they're still loyal towards Poland, which, you know, fair enough. But the more we chip away at Poland, the better a position we'll be in. And honestly, I still think that attacking the Livonian Order is going to be a good idea. And for the next war with Poland, we're definitely going to try that instead, rather than do this war with Poland, Sweden, etc. Because, as we can see, even though we took some land, this really isn't a good way of conducting the war. So, and maybe, you know, I waited too long. It's possible I waited too long, and that's what led to this situation. But anyway, that's going to be it for this episode. Thank you for joining me. If you're not watching this video in the playlist on the channel, please do. Please watch it in the playlist so that you can see all the new episodes come out, and so you can see the episodes in sequential order. And of course, you know, like if you like the video, comment anything you want to, or about the episode itself, of course, or any feedback you have for me. And of course, you know, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you on the next one.